Hey guys, Moustache here with a little different review, this time of the HG Build Fighters Wing Gundam Fenice from the Gundam series Gundam Build Fighters. This is Ricardo Fellini's custom-made mobile suit, just like how it says on the box here. This brought to you by Bandai. So I was able to pick up this kit at Barnes & Noble's now that they are carrying the Gundam kits. I'm so glad because that's kind of closer to me. I don't have to run all the way down to LA to get a kit or wait for it to come in the mail. So we'll take a look at the box here. And as you can see, we do get a kind of cool scene here. It says action, asymmetry, weapons, and we do get the picture of the Wing Gundam Fenice here. We do see some of the differences between the regular Wing Gundam and the Fenice as far as like some of the broken parts, as well as things that you can do with some of the pieces, as well as the difference between the right and left. And then we do get some action shots with the guns, as well as where you can put the guns when you're not using them, as well as the beam cloak. And if you also want to get the HG Build Fighters kind of runner here, I'm not sure what that's called, you can also pick one of those up. Then on the side here, we just get a Wing Gundam Fenice, just like on the front. On the other side, we do see kind of a completed model, and then kind of an action shot that's been a little photoshopped a little bit, as well as the story for Gundam Build Fighters. And so let's open the box and kind of see what's inside. The model, I've already built it, so we won't get to see most of the runners, but I will show you the manual that it comes with. So here we have the manual here that we get with this model kit. So like I said before, we do get another kind of line art of the Gundam Fenice, and then kind of a scene that kind of mirrors the appearance of Wing in the Wing Gundam series with the kind of beam eye. As well as we get a kind of cool cinematic shot of the wings on the one side of the Wing Gundam Fenice, and then we have the pilot right here, Ricardo Fellini. And then on the back we kind of get into the building, but on the inside we do get this kind of spread here, which looks very cool. Kind of says you get the front, the rear, as well as it does show the material Gunpla. So it says material Gunpla build custom, and so you kind of see the regular wing with the build fighter's wing here, as well as it does say defense, shoot, attack on this side, and then it kind of gives us a summary of the beam weapons here, and then 1 point technique, Build Fighters 1 point technique, and then it kind of tells you, hey, you know, if you wanted to, you could fill these in with paint, kind of make them look all the better. And then we do get the beam rifle and the beam saber here, and then we also get the lineup of the other HG Build Fighters. So we do get the Gundam Mark II, as well as the custom bear guy, and the assault packs for the Amazing Zaku and for the wing. And then we also do get the instructions in here. But since it's already built, let's go ahead and get to the kit. So here he is. We have the Wing Gundam Fenice in all of his glory built already. One thing I do want to say is that I have not lined this kit yet, as well as you know, I don't think I will anytime soon. I did put all the stickers on that it had in the kit as well, so we'll go ahead and go over kind of some of the accessories here. So let me take this out. So you do get the beam rifle here that's very much like the regular beam rifle with the Wing Gundam. One cool thing is that this does come out, and right down here it does have a piece that comes out and it turns into a kind of double beam rifle. So that's kind of cool. You can kind of have that that double buster kind of move that the Wing Zero as well as the Wing Zero Custom have. So that's a very nice touch. Kind of gives you best of both worlds. If you like the regular wing instead of the Wing Zero, the Endless Waltz version, you still get those double beam rifles. So of course we have that. We do get one sticker on the bottom here for the yellow, so that looks very nice. And then going into over here, we do also get this cool see-through beam effect on the beam cloak, and this just comes off. There's another piece right down here, so it looks very cool. very nice see-through, and one of the things that they are saying is that you can go ahead and put maybe a red or pink paint in there to kind of add to the effect. I know in the show it does kind of get busted, and you kind of see some of the kind of digitalness kind of break up, and I think that's very cool. It would have been cool to see maybe another version of this that's maybe broken up or something like that, but still nonetheless very cool. And then speaking of beams, another accessory that you do get is this kind of beam saber here. This is the hilt, and then you go ahead and plug the beam piece into here, if I can line that up right, and then you get that cool kind of fencing style beam saber. So that's very cool. And also, if you want, you can also plug this into the gun here and have that kind of be like a shot from the beam rifle. So that's very cool. It also works with the smaller one as well. They're not as tight as they would be in here. So going away from the accessories and getting into the actual unit here. Let me go ahead and make them in a cool like flying pose. So getting into the hands, you do have the normal, you do get these two gripping hands here, and that's for both sides. I personally like an open hand. So one thing that I did do is I had another kit that had an open hand, and I just went ahead and used that one. So you do not get this open hand. This is something I had on hand. Haha, hand on hand. But if you do have one as well, best thing to do would be to use that one. As you can see, a little piece just fell off here, and that just got replaced. So that's one thing I would say is if you do have another hand in stock, go ahead and use that one, because I do kind of like to mix up the hands. I haven't bought a high grade in a while. So let's go ahead and put the base to the side. This is also a base just for the Bandai kit, SH Figuarts kits, or figures. So if you have one of these, they also do work on these HG kits. So I think that's very cool. So getting into the model itself, looks very cool. As you can see, if you have a regular wing, I would suggest maybe getting the Gundam Fenice, just because it does look very cool in this new kind of paint scheme. You do get some of the cool things like these kind of broken pieces here, like the V-fin's broken, as well as the ear on the one side is broken. So I don't know if you can see it as well. If you look into the eyes here, one side is actually green and the other one is red, to kind of show off, I guess, the busted up side. So still looks very cool. As well as going down to this knee, you do have a different knee guard compared to the regular one. So let's get into the articulation here. We'll start off with the backpack. The fins from the backpack are all on one side now, so as you can see, they are right there. Those kind of go about that far. They don't move that much, but this one over here does have an extension, so if you wanted to do something like that, or if you wanted to put the whole thing to the side, you can kind of have them staggered, so that looks very cool. As well as they do 360 degree, because they are on like a pivot. So if you wanted to have them like flat out like that, you could always do that as well. Let's go ahead and try to get these lined up correctly. And then they also do close up as well. So that looks very nice. You can kind of get them standing or side by side. Looks very nice. And then going to the right arm here. This one has a higher shoulder guard. So that one does about that high. You do also have this extra piece for the kind of beam cape here. Sorry for all the ums. And then if you go ahead and you can spin that 360 degrees. The arm is on a ball joint. It does come forward about that much. As you can probably see, the ball does start to kind of come out there. You just stick that back in, and then the forearm goes about that high, or does 360 as well. You have this piece that moves as well, but that one does kind of come off since it is based on the older wing, or the HG wing design. Goes up past 90. If you have whatever hand you have in, it will do the 360. because of that. Goes about that high, goes about that down. With the other side, does a little more. Actually, they're about the same. Just because you do have the smaller piece here. And then going into the arm, you do have a different joint on the bottom for both of these. I wasn't used to this joint when I was putting it together. One of the ears have fallen off here. So let me go ahead and stick that back on. And then looking into this joint here, just like the other one, 360 degrees, you can do the up motion. If you go ahead and put this up there, you have this kind of two-piece joint here. So you do get the 90, and then you can go up even more. And going down to the legs here, you do get a pivot here at the foot. Since it's based on the wing, you do get that down pivot, so you can do the jet mode or the bird mode. And then same thing with the knees. You get a really nice bend on the knee. You can do over 90 right there. The skirts here. This skirt piece is actually one solid piece. What I went ahead and did is cut it in the middle so that you do get a little more articulation. So if you wanted one down and one up, if you wanted to pull like a jumping pose, it looks that much better. And then going to the back as well, you do get another piece here that you can actually plug the beam rifle in, so you can have that on his back. You do get another piece for the beam saber that actually has it hook onto the wrist as well. That has been misplaced. I want to say it's in the box. I'll go over kind of all the stuff that I had extra in the box as well. Side skirts are independent. Those are on ball joints. You can do the 360 degrees. They are actually hindered by the waist here. So if you kind of fiddle with it, you can get it, but I don't want to kind of force it. The one thing that I say would be a gripe for the kit for me would be just the this ears. They don't kind of clip in or anything. They're on these little pieces on the back. So if you go ahead and just do something like that, they do come off. But the head does do 360 degrees as well. And then it looks up about that high, looks down about that low. So everything is pretty cool. Glad this white piece here wasn't a sticker. That's actually another piece of plastic. It's part of the kind of collar area. But as far as stickers, you do get a sticker for the center jewel here. You get a sticker for his eyes. You do get a sticker for the camera on top of the head here. And then let's see what else. You get a sticker for the gun, like I said. And I want to say that's about it. Because since all the pieces are kind of one, you don't get a lot of color differentiation with that. So I want to say this Gundam is very nice. It is a 1/44 scale, so it does kind of, I want to say it's probably about 4 or 5 inches, but it is still stands pretty nice, especially if you're, you know, displaying it with another one. So like I said, there are some extra pieces that you get since it is a wing kit and you're not using all the wing parts. There are things that you run into that are extra. One of which is the shield for the wing that has the beam saber piece. So that's extra, as well as you do get a yellow piece for under the gun, but when this one is molded, it's not the same size. It would have been cool if this one actually did fit on the gun, but it does not. You do get an extra V-fin here, which is a yellow one, as well as you do get 2 different shoulder pieces for there, as well as you do get 2 different knee pieces that replace these ones, as well as I actually did find the piece for this beam lance. I don't think it's called a beam lance, but and that just clips into here and then actually goes onto his wrist in the back, so you can actually do something like that, as well as you do get some extra ankle pieces. And then you do get another face for the wing that has the unbroken kind of old school wing piece look. So that is the review of the Wing Gundam Fenice from Gundam Build Fighters, Ricardo Fellini's custom-made mobile suit, 1/44 scale by Bandai. Mustache again. Peace!